So they've started digging the station's pits, only meters away from buildings. It's precise work that requires a close watch for any shifting soil. And that's done by robotic stations. Computers measure 7,000 points every day, all along the tunneling route. It's the biggest monitoring program of its kind in the world.
This building has settled almost 30 millimeters.
Wow.
If there's any unusual movement, the engineers are the first to find out.
The system warned us when settlement was ongoing during the weekend while there was no construction going on at that time. So we were alerted and we thought, well, what's going on? There's only one thing we could do, that was fill the excavation pit with water again to make things stable.
The building they're most worried about is Central Station, one of the signature landmarks of Amsterdam. It's also the busiest transport hub in the Netherlands, welcoming 300,000 passengers a day. Now they're getting ready to do the impossible: drill a tunnel right underneath. But before they can start, they have to rebuild the foundation, constructing 2 massive columns 30 meters deep. Today, they're working in the grand entrance hall, pouring cement into those 2 foundation columns. It's done using high pressure, work that the city engineers are overseeing like hawks.
What special measures have you taken?
Well, if you look up, you can see these protective curtains we have installed. You know, we don't want the risk that it's all exploding onto the walls and the ceiling. So we have taken these protective measures to avoid it.
And so far, no incidents have occurred?
Minor incidents, but they are not of any importance, actually.
Yeah.
Johan Bosch is the city's chief engineer.
I certainly would be glad if this is all over.
He knows what's at stake.
This building belongs to our national heritage. Anyone harming this building has a big problem. You're satisfied with the monitoring system?
Yes.
Performance?
We installed in total 54 prisms on the facade of the central station. And they're being measured weekly to see what the settlements have been on the facade. So we have to be careful.
Yeah.
You can see that we are jet grouting at the moment.
Yeah.
Obviously something went wrong in the process.
Okay.
There's no room for error. Any mistakes and the project will be shut down.
Nothing may go wrong, because when we damage this old inner city, the project will be stopped.
And this would be a real shame for the men and women working right across the street. As construction workers dig to expand Amsterdam's subway system, archaeologists are sifting through the excavated soil. A golden opportunity for the man in charge of preserving Amsterdam's history.
This is just what came up in the last hour. That's not bulk material, but those are individual finds we select already by eye. For example, this is a clipping from the outer hull of a ship, probably 14th, 15th century. We have a piece of early medieval ceramics, probably 13th century. Just a couple of the finds.
Jerzy Gawronski's team is pulling out about 200 finds a day in a spot which was once the medieval harbor of Amsterdam.
Hundreds of ships per year went in and out from the 1300s up till the 1900s. All these ships left, of course, their traces in the riverbed itself. And while we're excavating here, we're finding hundreds and hundreds of tools dealing with the maritime activities in the harbor of Amsterdam.
As construction workers dig deeper, the artifacts get older. They are now working 8 meters below the surface, and most of what's coming up is medieval.
This is the small caliber cannonball of stone. So this is probably also medieval, let's say 1500, 16th century. Archaeology is the science of the unexpected. I didn't expect to find a cannonball, but we find them. Of course, we can do predictions, but what we actually find every day, we can't guess. So every day is a surprise. Je gooit die zak maar leeg. Nee, dit zijn maar oude botten zijn het.
Gavronsky is piecing together history, looking for clues of life dating back to the 12th century, when the first people moved to Amsterdam. Items which will one day find their way into a public exhibition.
By integrating archaeology with the building process, you have an advantage of two results in one enterprise. A new metro will be built, and at the same time, on that site where the metro is built, history will be recovered.
This is one of the benefits of tunneling in an ancient city. A perfect opportunity to unearth the past. Back in Singapore, it's business as usual at Serangoon subway station. But 25 meters below the ground, engineers are dealing with one of their biggest challenges yet. They're digging a tunnel underneath an existing train station. To do it, they have to remove the massive steel piles the station was built on. And they're doing it by hand. It will take them 1.5 years to go a mere 180 meters. This is grueling and dangerous work. The ground is porous and full of water, which means collapsible soil, a serious threat to the train station above. Gopali Krishnan is one of the engineers paid to make sure there's no tragedy in the making.
Just face the prism to seldom. If there's too much settlement in the station, well, I mean the tracks will obviously follow the station, it will get bent. So if there are settlement in excess of the maximum allowed, then there's a chance that the trains may derail or cross into some other problems, and which will cause major disaster.
His team constantly monitors the ground for any sign of shifting soil.
Yesterday's reading is okay. And no substantial movement. What was the maximum difference? The difference is just within 1 mm. Within 1 mm? Oh, that's great. Yes. Is that okay, Salvam?